Hello? 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 Hi? Oh. Uh. 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 Uh? Ah. No. Wait. Uh. There we go. Like this. And we're gaming. Alright, hello. Hi, Poi, welcome. How's it going? How's it going? Because I just had the, I don't know. I had to have a difficult discussion at work. And I think it went well. It's just one of those, like, really hard to, it's just like, it's so indicative. The nature of the discussion is very indicative of human nature, I think. And, it's just really complicated when that happens. So... It's just really complicated when that happens. And I'm like, listen... I need you to understand that I'm the expert here. And I am telling you something. And you are not responding to that. Which is okay. Which is okay. I think it was ultimately very productive. It's just that, like... There's, like, the inherent irony of needing to use judgment. I think that was the takeaway. That was a takeaway. I think they understood, so it's fine. It's just I think it required a bit from me. Okay, today felt like I was eating Sour Patch Kids. Okay, first I was bullied and apparently gossiped on for having final. What does that mean? Final by my supervisor. Then it turned sweet when my coworker stood up for me and I might have a new job opportunity in the hospital. So I might have disposable income. Hey, that would be, I don't listen. I'm just saying that'd be kind of cool. That'd be pretty awesome. I'm just saying that me having more disposable income via donations and memes is good on two fronts. It's good because I get memes. Oh, or maybe I get memed on. I don't know. You tell me if I have a humiliation fetish. But yeah. I was considering just going to sleep instead of showing up. Probably should have TBH since I've actually got a half decent sleep schedule. Being tired by day's end for once in my life. Oh, damn. I mean, okay. I mean, if you want to go to sleep, that's cool. I appreciate you showing up. And then you can go to bed. And go EP time. Yeah, I don't know. Does it require a large amount to go to bed at this time? If you're, I guess, in front of a screen phone, I don't know. You can eep. Yeah, I was actually thinking because I was on I was talking to Shiba about help with something, and Shiba was streaming, so I felt like, oh, maybe I should go interact with that person out of courtesy of them being kind to me, but also because, streaming sucks. To be completely honest with you, it's the worst. It's terrible. No, but like what I actually mean is that, I think the audience makes the experience, or is a large part of the experience. Being able to talk to chat and hang out and stuff, I think is really important. So It makes me sad when I feel like there's not enough people to go around in this world and support every single small streamer. Which means that, you know, you end up with streams where people yap and then no one responds. And then, you know, I was lurking because that's what I normally do. But then it's like, wait, that was actually really funny. And then I want to comment. No one else commented, so I figured instead of lurking, maybe I can be valuable to the chat. It's too bad, really. It's too bad. I'll probably stick around now that stream has started, but if I suddenly leave, that's likely what happened. I mean, no worries. Final, basically job term for the company can fire you if you make one more mistake, and yeah, it would be awesome. I have so many waifus to make you marry. Oh my god. I mean, it's currently 5 for Lysithia, you know? 4 for Dorothea and 1 for Hilda. Oh god. The returns are actually diminishing because you can only split a 100% so much, right? So as it gets inflated, it becomes difficult to influence the result, I suppose. I hope I'm using math correctly. I was actually trying to do some math the other day because I was like, oh, I wonder if I want to make like a scripted video. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to talk about, you know, too bad Lorenz isn't bi. You know what? I mean, yeah, I should have picked Femme Byleth so that all the people, you know, Rance and Poi could fight over whether I married Dimitri or Lorenz. That would have been a better inciting thing. But yeah, I was considering, oh, like, I wonder if I do a scripted content. So I wrote a script, you know? Why is it Dimitri gay? Yeah, Dimitri is ace due to trauma, clearly. The topic that I was going to talk about was gacha games and the artificial challenge driven by gacha games that I feel like is very obvious to me, but then is not, like, does not appear to be the accepted stance in gacha games. And I feel like it's very interesting to me that people don't understand that. It's like, listen, man, like, they're gonna make the new content easier if you pull the new character. That's like literally the point. That's the point. That's literally the point. And now I feel like that dynamic undermines like any attempt at puzzle design, because either people are going to be overgeared or people are going to undermine it by pulling for the new character, which is just like shitty. It's just like, you know, you mean to say they want you to spend money? Yeah, so that was the claim, right? And there was a thing that I did some math. I did some spreadsheeting, not to the degree that I wish I could have, but my favorite example of this, and I it was a while since I did the math on it, and I tried to look for the paper I wrote on it, and then I couldn't find it, which is really funny, because that meant I had to do all of the math again. So my favorite example of this, which it was super obvious to me, and maybe to other people it like kind of might have been obvious, might have not been, I have no idea, was that there was in Genshin, there's the Spiral Abyss. So that's the end game content. And what they did was they introduced a new mechanic to Spiral Abyss called Corrosion. And how Corrosion worked in Spiral Abyss was whenever you defeated an enemy, you got a stack of Corrosion. And that did a certain percentage of your HP. plus a flat amount, depending on how many stacks there are. And then at the same time that they introduced that mechanic, which, you know, how are you going to deal with damage over time? Being dealt to you probably a healer. So they released a healer called Kokomi. And people didn't really like Kokomi when she got released because it didn't fit their model of... it didn't fit their model of doing more damage. So I remember there were people who were like, we're going to make crit damage Kokomi work, even though she has minus like 80% crit chance or something like that. We're just going to make it work. Like, people were that far off the deep end of like not wanting any kind of healing at all. So I basically, I did the math on like, okay, so how is someone supposed to deal with the corrosion buff? So like, let's say you defeated 10 enemies at the same time, because it's very frequent that you would use some kind of AoE ability to clear mobs in Genshin, and they would all die at the same time. So if you cleared 10 mobs all at the same time, applies 10 stacks of corrosion, and what that would do is that it would deal 50% of your max HP plus 7,500 HP. So if a character has 18,000 HP, that means they're left with like, I think it's like 1,500 or something. That's how much HP they'd be left with, which is like an attack. Like, if you get poked by a mob, I think that would kill you at that point. Maybe it's 2 pokes? I don't know. And then I compared that to the healer that was in the game. So Barbara was the healer before Kokomi. And basically, Barbara's proc for healing is every 5 seconds, which first of all doesn't align very well with the fact that corrosion ticks every second for damage. So if you have to wait 5 seconds and you're getting ticked down by corrosion, like that's not looking good for you. The second thing was that using 10 stacks of corrosion as the model and level 10 of the skill, it's like you would still take... I think you would still take like a total of like 10,000 damage or something like that. Like, you would still take a lot of damage, even though you were getting healed by Barbara, like her passive healing. Not to mention the fact that the ticks don't really line up with each other. So, like, ticking every 5 seconds is not good when you're taking damage every second, because you might die in between, like, the ticks. Because you're taking so much damage. So, in comes Kokomi, who, her healing ticks are every 2 seconds. Which means that, for every 2 ticks of corrosion, you're gonna get healed. Not healed overall, but like the ticks are closer together, which means you're less likely to die to corrosion. Welcome, Drac. Less likely to die to corrosion. And also, if you look at how much healing Kokomi does with that ability, the amount of healing, I think it was after all ticks of corrosion and all ticks of healing, which, to note, there's only 1 additional tick after the full corrosion duration, and Barbara also only has 1 tick, but the duration to that tick is 5 seconds, which is very long. The amount of leftover damage was only like 1,500 or something like that. I was doing some, yes, I did some cursory math on this thing that I was thinking of talking about, and then I'm not really sure. So, yeah, and like, to me, basically, like, the healer that was in the game ticks at 5 heals, like, their heal is every 5 seconds, and the ticks for this DOT is every 1 second, so that's already a downside. Also, the amount of passive healing isn't enough to compensate for that amount of corrosion damage. And then Kokomi has higher healing that can deal with the corrosion damage, and the ticks line up better for actually healing you. So to me, this is like super very, very obvious that they introduced corrosion, and then they were like, okay, now here's this character that deals with corrosion. Like, this is the most, like, the numbers line up too well, and it's, like, very obvious to me that some devs did this intentionally. Like, they literally were like, okay, corrosion's going to be a DOT, it's going to get mitigated by a healer, the DOT is going to be this much, and then we're going to design an encounter where you kill 10 enemies at the same time, there's going to be a wait until the next wave, that you're gonna have to deal with, and then you're gonna have to deal with 10 stacks of corrosion while you're dealing with the second wave of bullshit. And then we're gonna make the numbers for corrosion. Now that we've fabricated that challenge, we're gonna use the numbers for corrosion and use them to tune the healer that we want to release. And we have to make that number higher than what is already available in the healing branch. And then like have it eclipse this thing. Is Corone a free unit? You mean Kokomi? No, it's a 5-star. Kokomi is a 5-star. Like, you have to pay like $300, estimated value $300 to pull a Kokomi. So, is Corone a free unit? Yes. $300? Yeah. Like, the expected value of pulling a 5-star is like $300. Do you not know this? It's like, if you assume that like 10 pulls is like $30, and then you're guaranteed to get a 5-star at 100, that means you have to pay $300 to get the thing. Or it's not exactly that, because there's like the estimated value once you hit like soft pity and stuff like that. But the point is, one of my colleagues did the math on it, and they said, like, listen, it's like the expected value when compensating for all the different like aspects of the randomization, like in a gacha, is around $300. Yeah. Because what they were actually suggesting was we were like playing around with systems, like trying to rework systems, and what they were suggesting was like, what if you could just buy gacha characters instead of pulling on a gacha? So like, in order to keep the business model intact, what we need to do is we need to find the expected value of what it takes to open a gacha unit, and that turns out to be $300. So it's like, hey guys, we're going to drop this new unit called Firefly in HSR. Just pay $300 and you can get her. So it's like, it's stupid. It's dumb. So to me, this is like very obvious, right? Unfortunately, there are other mechanisms at play. So for example, people who have geared accounts could likely still compensate for the challenge that is presented in front of them. However, I would argue that the hyper-competitive space for people in a PvE game is not that high. I would say that the amount of people who are prepared to do the endgame content in a game, especially if they're like free to play, is not as high as people would think. So the amount of people who are going to get barraged by 10 stacks of corrosion and be like, oh, I don't know how to beat this, and then like look at the banner and then maybe make a purchase, especially if the like, you know, high-end accounts around them are saying, oh, just like grind, just like get better, just like get good. Oh, it's a skill issue because this is an action RPG, so you could just dodge, right? Just dodge. You know? It's a skill issue. You can actually have higher damage uptime if your rotations are better, right? And we're all ignoring the fact that the game company fabricated this entire situation. You know, they didn't say like, hey man, we're gonna play Dark Souls, and then we've balanced Dark Souls so that, like, you know, if you have 30 soul levels, then the boss at approximately around 30 soul levels will be like playable for you. Like, it'll be difficult, but you'll be able to beat it. It's like literally no. They're like, grind all your characters to level 90 and have like the best in slot artifacts, or hear me out, you could pull Kokomi. Who knows? So the most recent, I suppose, not drama, but like iteration of this is, hey guys, Firefly's pretty cool because she can super break stuff. Why? Why is this a thing? Why can't we just make fun combat? We can't just make fun combat? No? Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, I just thought that was ridiculous. Like, so for context, Unfortunately, I'm disgusting. You know, I'm a terrible, terrible human being. And recently, I have started watching, like, a little bit more Tech Tone, which, to preface, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the things that he says. But if there's the one thing that we can hands clasped handshake on, is people being stupid and then calling them stupid. So one of the things which he was reacting to was he had a take about, you know, this whole concept that, like, game developers can basically make artificial challenges which are solved by pulling a unit, and people who are none the wiser will simply pull for the unit. Because there are a lot of dumb people. Like, there are literally just dumb people who will spend money on things and not think about it, and then game companies will profit. Not to say all of them are dumb, but, like, listen, some people just don't, like, they're probably not using their full brainium, their full cranium, 100% of their brain power. And then the person reacting to that take said, how is it, they literally were like, how is a game supposed to be fun when, like, I just, like, clear all of the content? Like, I want a new mechanic, like, a new character, like, you know? So, two things. First thing is that, yeah, it's almost like in a numbers-based game. If you just grind and then have too much, like, if you over-optimize, there's no game to play. That's crazy. Have you considered that bringing a level 90 person to a level 5 combat encounter, just like the numbers just don't work on that? That's insane, isn't it? That's crazy. It's almost like the entire design of, like, farming things over time and watering your plants until they're OP, a la daily login gacha games. Like, the entire cycle is self-defeating, which is why they power creep things and then release new units. It's, like, the cycle is so self-defeating, and the thing that, like, makes that cycle not happen is if the gameplay is good and you can't circumvent the gameplay by grinding too much. Which is literally not how the design of logging in daily to improve your characters works. Like, the reason they're doing it is so that they can improve their characters and then defeat the game. That's the cycle eats itself. Which, fine. Let's just assume that that's fun. Okay. But then the second half of it was, like, literally the only way I can have fun is by, like, pulling the new unit and having a new gimmick put in front of me. It's just like, how bad have we gotten at designing games that, like, the only way for a player to have fun is literally for me to make up some new bullshit for them to, like, use for a week? What the hell is that? What is all this about, like, puzzle design and, like all options equal to playing a game, and, like, bring your solution to it and, like, challenge yourself, and then after you challenge yourself you can, like, have victory, and you did, like, you chose your build to go into that boss and you feel accomplished for that, and then you feel a sense of companionship. If you feel a sense of companionship to all of the other people who beat that boss too, the people who brought magic to it, the people who brought pyromancy to it, the people who had, like, a rapier, the people who were using a shield. How did they beat Millennia with a shield? I don't know. But they did it. There's a sense of companionship. These are literally the three aspects of self-determination theory. Autonomy, I get to choose what I want. Competency, there was a challenge and I overcame it. And relatedness, which is, like, the social aspect of, like, this wasn't just me. There were other people who beat this too. And, like, the part of relatedness, which, like, I care a lot about, because this is how I see game dev, is that, like, I put something out into the world, and somebody learned and responded to that. They were like, I see you, game designer. Millennia, you think I can beat her? With all of the rules in the game, you are confident I can beat this. I see you, let's fucking go. That's, like, critical critical to making games for me. So this shit of literally, oh, like jingle keys in front of you. Oh, here's keys. Spend $500 on Firefly. Ooh, jingle these keys in front of you. It's just like, what the fuck is happening, dude? How did we get here? What happened to making games fun? What the fuck? So anyways, I just I was blown away. I was blown away. I love video games. Like as an art form. I love them so much, which is why I still stream. And like there are people who like interact with it who are like, babe, it's time to spend $500 on Firefly, like, and that's just like what it is. There's every other element lost. Just pull new character. Fucking crazy, dude. So anyways, full disclosure, most of that is hyperbole. I understand that, like, if the way people want to interact with a video game, like, is the gacha, like, that is the experience is gacha, right? You can still get all the social aspects of, like, I didn't pull this character, I did pull this character. You could say, like, oh, this is, as a free-to-play, I saved up for this unit. I really cared about saving up for Firefly. Like, you can get all of these things. You can still feel the competency of, like, building your Firefly and, like, logging in every day. Like, that's still a competency. You know, all of this still works. I just think that it's, like, it's a little hollow when there's, like, I feel like there's more. There's, like, more you can communicate with games than, like, just that. So, I thought, like, oh, maybe I'll make a video on this, but I'm not super confident in editing, like, a scripted video. So we'll see. But again, I'm not super confident. If you want the gacha experience and an actually good game, play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, having randomized output also isn't, like, the worst thing in the world. Like, you can still include that and not have it, like, be degenerate gacha. Let me actually read the rest of the stuff. I kind of went on a tear, but what did people say? Okay, which is probably why people were complaining, not only because they only care about damage, but the free-to-play experience is usually quite different from the meta. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with that. I do also want to mention as a disclaimer to the Kokomi situation, while I think that that's why the devs made Kokomi the way that she was, people actually really didn't like the unit. And I think a lot of the higher-end accounts, like, were able to clear Spiral Abyss just fine. It's just, like, a little unfortunate that, like, to me, it's very obviously intentionally designed. And then people just, like, they just didn't even know. People deny it. Like, people just don't think game designers make these encounters and then expect you to pull the unit. They're like, no, like, you can play without the unit. It's like, yeah, of course you can. What about, like, the 25% of people who got pressured into buying the new unit? What about them? They're not saying anything on social media. You aren't even talking about them. The only reason I'm talking about them is because I get sent spreadsheets about them. That's why I'm talking about them. I know they exist. That's kind of disingenuous. I've never actually had to deal with player telemetry data, but I've done theoreticals on them. The issue with that business model, aside from not preying on gambling addicts, is that it's too open about what a good unit costs, which will push players away. Yeah, making gacha just cost like $300 to pull a unit. Absolutely, there's a huge bias, I think, to people being like, nah, I'm different. I'm gonna pull this unit immediately, and then maybe they do, and then that just like reinforces their bias, and then they keep playing. You want to know what's a really good way to do that? Is to stack your first 10 rolls. If you join a new gacha game and to say, hey, you are guaranteed to get one of the highest rarity units in the game within your first 50 pulls. So, once you get that first big pull, you're like, I'm different. I'm definitely going to replicate these results in the future. Not how that works. Honestly, I just want an anime or even a novel of Hoyoverse stuff, and then a shelf of figures. Yeah, I mean, like, let's be real here. Like, the character designs in Hoyoverse games do not need to be enjoyed by paying $300. You can enjoy the character designs in many, many other ways. Many, many, many other ways. One thing I will say, I give Genshin at these types of practices are only in challenge modes. One gacha I played that I only cared about the story was FGO, made story so hard and grindy to beat, which sucks. That's why you would play that game. I don't know if I fully understood. These types of practices are only in challenge modes. I don't know if I fully understand. So, it's my understanding that if the devs make one form of endgame, and that endgame basically parses your ability to do damage, like a raid or something, they're expecting that the systems which support you, like getting damage or getting things to clear that challenge mode, are like critical to the game's design, because the only thing that they have there is Spiral Biz. They do have story, I suppose, which is not as difficult. But yeah, once again, there are three broad categories of motivation. Not every player is going to be motivated by competency. It just so happens that if you get a player who's motivated by competency, which is a lot of people, a lot of games center around achievement, which is why some people can't play Minecraft, because they like literally they need to open a chest in Genshin in order to like feed their dopamine. So if you have someone where their self-worth is tied up in performance, basically, like they want to feel competent, and then you gate that behind the gacha, that's kind of fucked up. Right? Because we value performance as a society, I would think. Like, we value competency. So when you're not competent, unless you swiped $300, that's fucked up. Okay, and there's more stuff here. I didn't know what to do the first time I played Final Fantasy VIII, where I was small and used to side scrollers. I had the team at level 80 plus before it was spelled out to me that I needed to go trigger a story. That's so funny. We'll say the pulling can be fun, and I do enjoy sometimes being part of a very long story and getting new lore on a world. I just tend to enjoy it more casually. This is why I really enjoy my time with Honkai Star Rail. I'm just saying it's nice we can at least get through the story. I totally agree, just happy in their games it's at least regulated to modes I don't care about. Yeah, and I think it's like fair to take the personal approach and say like, hey, just so you're aware, this doesn't really apply to me, right? But that's why I'm saying it's important to get like a higher level perspective on this, because I don't think any gacha game developer is going to straight up deadass tell you that this is the design pattern they're using, and I think that's fucked up. Like, I think that's actually like kind of fucked up. That they wouldn't be like, hey, by the way, a common practice to do. So, okay. I don't know if you've ever played a gacha game. Again, this is like, if you've ever played a gacha game. So, if you've ever played a gacha game and there's like a new unit, it's like advertising a new unit, you get an ad for this new unit, and they're like, hey, you should pull for Firefly. You should. That's why you're getting sent this ad. You have, unfortunately, yeah. So, you are getting sent this ad. The reason why it's possible for an ad that feels like this character is specifically made for you, outside of good character design, outside of like, you know, them being a likable character, all those things are good. But like, dead ass, a practice of marketing is making like caricatures of potential customers. So I go, oh, this person is between the age of this and this. They're like in their last year of college. They care about like love and affection You know, they care about caring for the weak. Not necessarily the weak, but like Firefly has problems with her, right? That's part of her thing, right? So you get to care for this person who's like hurting, right? Because you're a person that cares and you just like want to care about something, right? So like we literally have made your profile, sent it off to Google Ads and said, "Hey, find this person and show them this Firefly ad." Yeah. They know who you are. They deadass made like an entire summary of your entire life experience and personality and put it on a sheet of paper and said, "Let's make a new character that appeals to this person." Just straight up. Which is crazy. It's crazy that like people on the other side of the equation don't even know that that's a thing people do. Like, that's wild. Like, there are people who don't know that, like, telemetry data can inform, like, whether or not they should make an event that gives players resources. It's like, oh, people are struggling in the new content. Oh, we don't want to, like, lose people. So, like, let's give them, like, a new event that gives them resources. We're like, hey, we're, like, losing players right now. Oh, like, let's wait a little bit and then do a big event and come back. Data brokers would never have or sell my data. It's not even data brokers. It's not even data. Okay, so for the advertising, yes. But for stuff like telemetry data, you literally sign off that shit when you say yes at the beginning. Hoyoverse could probably make a heat map of the entirety of the Genshin map for the paths that people take, and then procedurally generate a new map about, like, using the movement patterns from the first map. And then just, like, literally make a new map. Strange data. Yeah, I don't know. The point is that, like, I believe that there are people at game studios who care about making good games. And, you know, I would even so much as to extend that to, like, Hoyoverse. I believe that they probably care about their game. Like, there's someone who made Firefly, and they, like, cared a lot about making that character. Right? It's just that, like, they're armed with so much, like, expertise and information and teams of, like, hundreds to thousands of people, and you're just, like, one guy. You're just, like, one person. You're gonna get absolutely destroyed by people who know how to market to you, who know how to make a character you're gonna like, who are gonna make encounters that make you slightly uncomfortable, who are gonna give you reasons to log back in, to think, oh, I didn't pull for Firefly yet. So you think about it again, and then it's in your head. Like, they're just experts at making this entire system, this entire machine, because it makes so much money. And I actually think it's okay if they want to make the best experience as possible, and also to sell that experience to you. Like, that seems totally fair. It's just that, like, you know, you just... people aren't equipped with knowing, I guess, is what I'm concerned about. I actually did not see what this person said. I'm just going to check real quick. Oops. I want to click on the other one. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that, Benny. You see, I hope Hoyoverse looks at my data. I do need some muscle chicks. I want them to be built like fridges. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So I think it's fair to leave that not there. And ask that you don't take a look at that. It's your head zombies? What? They have quite the strategy? I just think they have a lot of data and people who are very competent. Which is, again, the way that I look at it is that, like, if there's ever a gacha game character that gets released and you feel like they're built exactly for you, it's probably because when they made the imaginary caricature of the customer that they believe they're going to sell to, it's that it looked almost exactly like you. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'll just figure out. We're talking about gacha market strategy? Yes. But, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Yeah, we were talking about gacha market strategy and, specifically how I think that the way that they design encounters, because there's someone who, like, is a level designer or an encounter designer who basically gets handed mechanics that are like, hey, how are we going to get people to buy the new character? And then the level designer says, hey, what if we made it so that it was very hard to interact with the elements in the thing? It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Then how are we gonna remedy that? And it's like, well, we release Firefly. And I could be talking out my ass because, like, I don't actually know. The only thing that I care about for Firefly is that I want to marry her. So, like, that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. I just want to propose to her and have a very wholesome relationship. 6 hours later, we wave a Moonlight farewell to Momodora as we're not playing tonight. Yeah, I don't know. The title isn't lying. Yeah, we're yapping. Gacha marketing, sort of based on psychology and sociology, plus design, teamwork, plus some other background stuff. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of stuff. And I think people are just ignorant to the fact that all of that exists. Like, they literally don't understand that there's, like, a team of people working to, like, sell you content. And, like, they're gonna do it in the most ridiculous ways possible. Like, Rav, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about the math stuff, but I genuinely feel like the corrosion mechanic, when it got released, was... the numbers for that mechanic were very closely designed to Kokomi's numbers. Because she was released at the same time. It's not even as simple as, like, well, she's a healer, so healers are good. It's like, literally, it seems like the two numbers were made side by side. So, yeah. I just joined before going to sleep. Fair. Fair. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to make, like, a video on it, and I wrote out a script talking about a lot of these things. And then, yeah. Okay, that seems very irrelevant to what is happening. I apologize. Okay. So we can hop into it if we'd like to. We were in Fairy Springs. I don't remember what the map is. What do I map? This is the map. Oh yeah, we have a double jump. Oh, not the right button. We can spin. Spin on him. So how's everyone else's day going? Is playing the game impossible? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The thing that I realized, well, I realized two things. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Poi. Might need to be on the lookout. Yeah, so trying to think. First of all, how's y'all's day going? And second is that I guess the thing that I want to say is that I feel like the people who are still here, which I appreciate you all being here, I came to the realization that it's very likely, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm just like hella wrong about this, you know, let me know. But is that, ooh, explosion arrows, that sounds cool. That's what I meant to do. Is that I would prefer to make an audience of people who care about, you know, me as a content creator, and I suppose my opinions, right? So I figured I would yap a little bit more. I felt like yapping maybe that's a good thing. Maybe people will care, or people are here because maybe they care about me and less about the game. So I want to yap, and that's the kind of experience that I want to make, I suppose. Okay. Wait, did it explode or no? Did it not explode on them? I can't... Okay, that looked like it exploded. But does it need... Does it need stamina? No. No, it just has a second hit to it. Okay. Realize that chat is indeed dum-dum, so we're his dum-dum. Yes. Oh, God. That's an interesting place to put a hidden path. Oh. Oh! It's like particular snails have a thing. Okay. Okay, got it. Definitely here for your personality, not so much the game. Hence, I watch you as you played card games that melt my brain. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I appreciate you all for being here. I feel like the audience that has been cultivated cares about, you know, I suppose similar things or the same things that I care about, and that's good. I want to keep doing that. I know that growth is not exceptionally fast, but just gotta do it. It is what it is. What is this? Oh, it's a switch. Okay. Paradoxical, because I do enjoy the yapping, but I have a much harder time actually saying anything when it's a yap sesh. Yeah. I mean, maybe like finding... I don't know. Because the thing is, yeah, some people... I think some people just... Well, they like getting a perspective, you know? And then, like, if you want to comment... I think this is the main thing, is that it's harder to say that you're here for the personality if, like, the thing you want to comment on necessarily is the game. I actually don't fully agree with this. Because... let me think for a second. The reason why I don't fully agree with this is that I think there's a skill or perhaps a way people interact with games, like how they want to play the game, how they choose to play the game and interact with it. That is valuable. I think there are things to appreciate about how people approach games, how they play it, the reactions they have to those games. But I think also people appreciate having opinions, for sure. So, but one might argue that if you're only there, for example, for thoughts and opinions about the game or expertise about the game, then you're attached to that game. So I think since the very start, I cared about making content that was, you know, not necessarily tied to one thing. Like, I think the biggest increase in subs was when I was playing Master Duel, and then a lot of those people went away, which is okay. But I determined at that point that, like, I didn't want to just be tied to playing Master Duel. Like, I don't need people to care about me being competent at card games, basically. Like, that's not what I care about doing. Like, the thing that I wanted to showcase in card games was two things. Like, there were two things that I could... Well, I mean, they dance and they vibing. Can I... Oh. Maybe I was able to dodge past them. The thing that I wanted to showcase with card games was, like, my thought process and generally my approach to competitive endeavors. Because, like the big thing for online ranked ladders, for me personally, is that, like, first of all, there's usually a way that you can get better. Like, you can get good. And assuming... Okay, what is the dodge button again? There we go. Assuming that you have the capability of getting good, or even improving, even, like, a little bit, right? You could theoretically play enough games, make sure you're always improving, and then, like, be at the other side of a ranked ladder. And then if you're sort of in the mid-level of skill, which is me, personally, like, I think I'm not... Like, I genuinely feel like sometimes I'm not super good at card games, you know? Is that, like, well, I mean, if you're half decent and you play enough games, I mean, you can get there. Oh, shit, I died. Wait, why? I didn't even see why I died. I had, like, a bar over me or something? So yeah, and then sort of the framing that it's like, hey, I mean, you can't... Like, a lot of playing card games or winning at card games is going to be, like, optimizing your chances and then losing 40% of your games. Like, that's just probably what's going to happen. And that's okay. Because you'll just lose some games. And then... What else was there? With card games. Yeah, I felt like there wasn't a whole lot more. Sort of the same with playing... I guess games like this. Metroidvanias. I guess I just liked... Like, I like fighting bosses in Metroidvanias. Because gives me an opportunity to, like, look, think, and observe, like, what I'm actually doing. But sometimes you just like, die to the same shit. And then you keep dying to the same shit, and then you're like, well, I mean, do I want to not die to the same shit? I don't know. And you keep making the same mistakes. And that's okay, too, because making the same mistake often happens as well. But, yeah, I think some people just, like, throw themselves at these things, and then they're surprised why it takes them, like, 12 hours to beat a boss. The only difference is I'm not surprised that it took me 12 hours to beat a boss. I wasn't surprised. I was actually enjoying the experience. This looked like it was a hidden wall. Can I roll past you? I can. Okay, so that's what I had to do versus the other guy. See, I played around with a mechanic that I was thinking about, that I wasn't thinking about before, and then I'm like, that's probably the solution to the other problem that I had. So yeah, I think there's, like, value to comment on, basically. Gameplay-wise, I think there's value to, like, your opinion or the way that you approach games and stuff like that. But I think strictly being an expert on a game is kind of like, oh, you are an expert on Yu-Gi-Oh! And, like, the meta of Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. I think it's not necessarily the audience I want to make. Because I think a lot of these things are widely applicable. It's not just, like, you know, not just applying yourself to card games, it's applying yourself to, like, anything. Like, kind of a similar process. Ooh, you're a mouse. I will help you. Yup. Gotcha. What's up? Oh, they're kind of old. Not once in 366 years have I been such a humiliating situation. 1,000 thanks, young lady. No problem. How come you were stuck inside that cage? All started when the Dark Bell was stolen. And demons. Demons. Blueberries everywhere. I was taken in cage by them. I'm not doing his voice anymore. Well, forgive my manners. I am Myrtil? Counselor of the fairies. Even now, the blessed village of fairies, my home, is under attack. I must hurry up then. You're coming to our aid, young lady. Any help would be appreciated. Don't worry, you and the fairies are not alone in this fight. Very well, I shall return to the village. Be safe on your way. Okay, cool. I guess we... I don't know what saving this guy beforehand does, but I'm assuming we had to do it. Evil Flower, your opinion doesn't have value. Okay. Okay, sorry. Honestly, to do well online, you just need to be higher mid. Like the cycle of fighting games, I have fun learning. I have fun. Learn, reach higher level. Stuck there is good players beat me to a pulp. Yeah, so like there's probably some part of it that you don't get, and then sometimes having sometimes having someone to like mentor you or point out things that you can't notice helps a lot, I think. It's different at every stage, but this guy really not going to come out of his hole until I jump to the other side. What a jerk! I can't dodge midair. Yeah, because that would require you to actually be good at the game. Oh, what? To be known as like someone who's good at a particular game? Because I need to be good at that game? Come on. I can be okay at games. Be half decent at them. I think I just have like a decently robust working brain. I think that's all I got, basically. Everything else is trash. Oh, we're on the other side of this. Evil Flower is more like, I do not like video games. I like working out and drinking protein shakes. Excuse me, I got a girlfriend. That's his opposite. Wait, I mean, why are we assuming... So there's two things. First of all, why are we assuming that there, like, this is good Flower and then there's evil Flower? And that evil Flower is inherently the opposite of me? What if I just am evil Flower? You know, did you ever consider that? I'm the society man. You ever think about society? Society. It's a protective barrier after using the healing bell. Oh, that's interesting. Evil Flower! Oh no! Oh god. Oh my goodness. Please. Yeah, so... Hey, who's to say that... I guess I do actually like video games, but I was gonna say, who's to say that I don't like working out or don't like drinking protein shakes? I think you know by now that I'm not the kind of person who needs to... Or maybe you don't, I don't know. Maybe people's caricature of me is just so unabashedly broken, you know? But... I can like all those things. Also, who's to say that I don't have a girlfriend? Probably me, but, you know. I wanted to at least weave some amount of doubt for half a second. Hello, cat. Hey, Momo. Check this out. Hey, check this out. Thermal springs, free of evil. Oh, I can't touch the water there, can I? Totally use this opportunity. Come on. Right, give me a moment. Oh, hot spring scene? Wow. Look at those pixels. Look at all those pixels. God bless the fairies for the springs. Thank you for subbing. It does. Nice. Wow, that was the most attractive hot spring scene I've ever seen in my life. Oops. Good Flower, I have a boyfriend? I mean, who's to say I don't? Once again, I'm going to say, unfortunately, there's no, Yeah, you're so silly. A girlfriend? Yeah, I don't... I don't know where I was getting that from, to be completely honest with you. I don't think I'd ever be... Listen, even if I got a significant other of some capacity, I don't think I would ever be able to convince chat that it actually happened. Oh, God. Singular? Oh, what is this? Why is the switch over there? Oh, maybe I could have entered from the other side. That makes sense. Yeah, what if I had multiple significant others? Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, my castle is clearly populated by my harem. Chad is my significant other. I mean, like, listen, man, there's sometimes you just have to figure out how hot glue guns work. You find out the functionalities, and then you're like, wow, now I know, I understand. I can actually be aware of, and oh my goodness, I handle multiple of them at once. That's crazy. And then you taste the limits? What do you mean taste the limits? Test the limits? Taste the limits? Nah, I'd never date chat. Chat's fucking cringe. Nothing new there. Can we talk? Maybe talking doesn't do anything. I already did this one. Yeah. Guess it'll have a red bubble when you're actually doing something. Oh, this looks like a boss. Or... yeah. Because there was a thing right here, and then the thing, yeah. So. We're gonna take a look at all this other stuff first, because there's more things. And we'll come back. Also, there was the people over here. Go talk to them. Chat is a one-night show. Wait, neutral fire. Oh, that's why you said that. Okay. Oh. Run and jump. There we go. If that were the case, Drac, then neutral fire is settling for a lower bar. Oh, I see. That's funny. Yeah, I agreed with that take. Time Mage can always add on another partner for the group puddles. No one is left out with enough loops. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to use some handy-dandy time magic and then you're good. Is this a boss arena? Looks like a boss arena. Maybe there's like a special thing there that you need a particular power for. Wish I could like mark it or something. Yeah, time magic has a bunch of uses. Definitely for sure 100%. No cap. One of which I wish was go back this way, and I can't. I guess, I don't know if I can go up that way. I'm pretty sure I can't. No, they're not connected. Looks like somebody would fall down after a boss fight. That's also possible. Run all the way back. Ow! I mean, hey, I mean... I was kind of wondering if I, like, stood over one of those holes, if, like, one of the snake things would pop out and then... I'm just, like, curious. I'm just wondering. Oh. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say, like, do you... You guys ever wonder about tentacles? You ever think about them? To which I can only assume the answer is no. Stop speaking. Literally. Please. Never say words ever again. Where am I supposed to stand on this thing? Let's see. I find it very odd that they wouldn't just make that larger. I know what tentacles are. I don't have to wonder. Guess you know how they know what they are. I'm just wondering if you ever thought about how they feel. Their texture. I come back. Y'all ever think about tentacles? Exactly. I'm just wondering if it's just me. It's like a just me thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see. It's like a paralysis or a cursed thing. Like they curse you. You don't think about them? That's a shame. I was really hoping to get some kind of like, for us to like relate a little bit. But how we feel about tentacles, you know? There's a bell here. Can I fast travel between the bells? I don't know if I have that yet. I can pray. This gives me more attack. Oh. Flower, let go of your 100 captive octopuses. That's a real relatable moment. Did I really deserve that bonk? I don't know. Tentacles change a lot depending on the species. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's like there's a few cool subtypes, I think, you know, the ones that like they kind of open like petals, like they have multiple petals and then they snap in like they're eating something. I think those are the coolest ones. This is stupid. This is stupid. It's stupid. This is a dumb joke. We've made it! The land of the fairies! Actually. Hello to you too. Melilot? Melilot. Smelly lot. Well, now I'm pretty used to you crossing our path. You're almost the third member of the group. If you say so. What's this place? I believe it's a graveyard. Fairies can live up to hundreds of years. A lucky one can eventually grow to become a queen. She can live up to 1,000 years. But they're not immortal beings. I see. You can come across any fairies? No, they must be further ahead, safe in their village. Concealed from danger. I'm very curious to meet one in person. My homeland, there are too many stories about fairies. There are too many stories? About fairies to scare children into doing their duties. Things such as mischievous fairies coming at night to take you to the forest if you stay awake too late. Surely those are only stories, right? I want to find out for science. I also would like to find out things with you about science. Or, about you for science. There we go. Yeah. I'm talking about them again? The writing in the stone is the oldest I've encountered so far. Surprised you can even read it. I've learned the meaning of these symbols a few years ago. It wasn't so hard. Here it says something about looking into a sacred figure. Really? Without more context, I'm afraid I can't understand the message intention. It's a writing from a past era, after all. What do you mean? Karstian. Scholars consider our world's history to be divided in eras. To put things in perspective, we're some 500 or so years into the aptly named modern era. Previously, our world went through a time of greater chaos and terror. Despite the adversities, we've had the birth of people such as yours and mine. Even further in time, before all of that, is what we would call the ancient era. That's when this writing was made. We're talking thousands of years ago. The world was completely different back then. And where's the big fridge lady? I don't know if this character is female. But, yeah, I guess I just don't know. I assumed they were male. Okay, petal tentacles embody the importance of a flared base. Bonus if they come with internal tickler tentacles. Yes, that is a version of them that exists. Jellyfish tentacle monsters! Yeah. I think there are only certain people who like the sting, for lack of another way of saying it. Slimes are more or less peak tentacles, though, as they can embody any form suckers and grippers to the tentacle of tentacles. Exactly, absolutely. I think slimes are great. Slimes are fantastic. Hey there, how are you now? Yeah, because I was giving them this voice, like, much better, thank you for asking. Apart from my earlier predicament, this has been a truly enriching voyage for this old Knight of the Crown. Not even the most fascinating groves of my land have enchanted me as this land has. Is that so? I admit I have never been to the Kingdom of Karst. You see, I'm more of a nature man. Yeah, so they're male. Just hate to burst your bubble, but I'm more of a nature man, and this scenery is in stark contrast to the cities of Karst. My kingdom keeps moving away from the pastoral life. Pastoral life? Life in the big city is what attracts the most common Karstian man. It's a shame. True loss of the intimate contact with nature. I didn't imagine a big guy like you to be so delicate. Worry not. This arm will crush demons and twist their flesh. I don't know what that was in context to. Okay, well, we talked to them. And now we have to go all the way back. Too bad. Yeah, he does have very, very luscious curls, though. They're very impressive. I keep exploding on this slime and she doesn't want to go down. Yeesh. Kept shooting on her and she's just like... She wasn't, getting KO'd. Oh! I probably deserve that. So where do I go now? Oh, I go to the... Wait. Duh, I didn't even have to go down here. All chat, I'm gay now. Gay now? The mustache kind of looks like shading, so I understand the confusion. Yeah. Just kind of looks like face shading. Oh, I did not mean to do that twice. Okay, let's not get our eardrums blown out by... Oh! Sick dodge. Oh, if you perfect dodge, do you get your stamina back immediately? I didn't notice that. Let me try it again. You do! Oh, that changes, like, everything. I did not know you got your stamina back immediately. That makes the hunter a lot better. Like, a lot better. Because I was like, oh, it sucks that the... You can't roll or run or something. I guess running still kind of screws you over, but I didn't want to keep using the hunter because I would need to not roll and stuff. His pecs just look like breasts to me, which is why I thought a girl. Yeah, I guess like the breastplate maybe looked a little booba-like. Looked like booba. Bubba. Yes, for sure. Does it make you not spend stamina or make you or refresh your stamina? Probably makes you refresh your stamina. I kind of wonder if you can you go into stamina debt? Yeah, you can actually roll with very, very minimal stamina. So I'm assuming if you go into stamina debt and then you perfect roll, maybe it does something. Yeah, it gives you a lot of stamina back. So yeah, you can actually roll with like 0 stamina or like close to 0 stamina. I don't know if it's 0 or close to 0. And then get a bunch of stamina back. So I believe it is intended to work as we would like it to work. Which is you can use your stamina on a big shot and then still roll afterwards. Get your stamina back too because you rolled. Oh, this was a bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Fuck. Oh. God damn it. Gosh darn it. Actually go to the village now. Oop. I don't think we got a power up here, so it's like somewhat surprising. I was expecting us to get like the crawl or something because there's vents. There's vent adjacent things that we can be sussing. Ah, there's hair in my mouth. Oh, stop. Oh, cease. Really do like the art style of this game. It's very cute, especially some of the enemy designs. Yeah, I think all the pixel art is very high quality. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to maybe equip the hunter. I wanted to try it again. We have Profiteer. Honestly, I feel like we have so much value already that I don't think I care about the protective barrier. What's that? The defense buff? What does it mean by protective barrier? It's like stop a hit, maybe? Could potentially be good. Oh my god. See, I was... The internet has ruined my brain, okay? It's the glazed Aegis. It's glazed. Do you like it when things are glazed, chat? There was like an ad or something, I think. Let me just double check this, because I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, I was just making sure. I was making sure this wasn't a local thing. But I like glazed donuts. So there was an ad for Krispy Kreme donuts. I think it was... I don't remember if it was on April Fool's or if it was on Valentine's Day or something, but the ad was like, yo, if you bring anything into Krispy Kreme, we'll glaze it. Which is a wild thing to say. Because, like, what comes to your mind if I say, man, I just want chat to glaze me? Like, what comes to your mind? Just wondering. Just curious. So, you know, I'm just saying. You bring anything in and we'll glaze it is a wild thing to say. Glazed Aegis is a wild thing to say. Oh, man. It is wild. Truly wild, oh god. I want to make sure I'm getting the glazed Aegis. Oh, that uses so much mana. See, I know I deserve that, but I'm just saying, like, how do we feel about glazing? Would anybody be interested in the What if everyone in chat just glazed Flaris? You know? Every person in House Lyria, everyone in the tavern just glazed me. I will stop. I will cease. You don't need to be wrapped up in my degeneracy. You know. You'd share glazed donuts? Nice. Fucking poggers. Oh shit. I think the fire takes up like too much mana. The explosion too a little bit, so maybe I'll keep the hunter equipped and then unequip the other thing. Oh my god, why are these boys so chunky? They're so chunky. That does a lot of damage though. That did a lot of damage. That's crazy. Wait. Let's unequip this one. This one uses too much energy, I think. And then use pawn. Chunky and glazed? Yeah, I mean, you know that I'm a cake donut. I'm caked up. All caked up. Man, I just can't. Oh my goodness. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Snake. Oh. Woohoo, the 360. Oh my goodness. Why are there so many fights? What the? Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. This is the worst. If it's chunky, consult a doctor. What, chunky glaze? I mean, what? I mean, like, listen. That's so bad. I don't... We're not talking about this. We're not going to talk about the consistency and thickness of your glaze. Because sometimes, you know... Sometimes it's like a little more on the thick side. If you put your finger over the H, like I'm putting my finger over the H, it says help. Instead of help, it's please help. No help. Help. Help me. Ugh. Huge hunter proc. Oh, I guess I can roll into things to get my stamina back faster. That's also another thing we can do. So every time I win at that, I can... Oh, I charge the hunter faster. That's actually pretty good. Why is this guy throwing broccoli at me? Can I proc the thing? Oh my god. Beat him up. They're so thick, man. Golden crab! Whoa! Okay, that didn't do anything. Oh my god. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Oh, the arrow just like didn't really do anything. Okay, it's done now. We did it. Nice. But yeah, I know, you know, maybe it's too parasocial sometimes, you know, maybe it is. Maybe, I don't know. But I did want to say that, because I was thinking about it recently, but I do really appreciate whatever we want to consider community, sense of community, or whatever. I feel like it means a lot that it feels like people are here for me rather than what game I'm playing. I know that people also care about what game I'm playing to some extent, probably. I imagine Rav or certain people who subscribed to me around the time I was playing Arknights or Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they'd be more interested if it was playing a game that they cared about more, but my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, the people do yeah, exactly. They enjoy me being a little goobers. It's our sense of community being little goobers. Goobers, just little goobers. Holy shit, you play Arknights? I do. We used to play Arknights on this channel. Didn't play it as much anymore. I think I just sort of like stopped being interested in completing the events and stuff. It was because like we were doing other things, so I was trying to do like I was making more Slay the Spire stuff with the like Design the Spire, and I wanted to play like my own mod and stuff. So because I was doing that, I didn't want to be as wrapped up in doing, you know, consistent series and stuff. So like oftentimes the more consistent streams or series like they're pretty cyclical. Like Fire Emblem's gonna end eventually, and then I'll be doing something else 2 days a week. But yeah, we used to play Arknights whenever there was an event. We would always do the event. And Rav would not stop fucking backseating me. That's what I knew. Yeah. Did you know that there's a character called Sayleech in there's a character called Sayleech in Arknights. And she's just like me, for real, for real. Sayleech is one of the few characters that I actually spend money on because because she's just like me, for real, for real. That's why you stopped playing it? What, because of Rav backseating, or because Sayleech is just like me? I'm God's strongest Neural appreciator? That's fair. Which one? Which Neural? Because, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of on board with all of them. Like, Neural, like, the first Neural, pretty good. What is this? Ray? Go off a prayer. Oh, I didn't see the Lily. Where was the Lily? Margaret and all of them, but mostly Margaret. I see. I actually don't know them by name. I just know that there's the first one, there's the one with the whip, and then there's the last one. And also I know that the one with the whip is usually the one sitting on my face. So, you know, that's cool. It's cool. Cool. I didn't read what that person said. They're KO'd on the ground, and I'm just like not reading. Just saying, okay, well, maybe I should read these. Ah, oh, well, great, of course. The most incredible dialogue possible. Giant what? Demon? Giant big demon. Yeah, so is that the first one, or is that the third one? Far as literally me. For real, for real. Damn, that's crazy. I mean, hey, if, that's hashtag relatable to you, you know, that's good. Oh my god. Please, blast my ass. There we go. Oh! Not until I drain all of your life? Is that a promise? Oh, please. Oh god, I want nothing more than to have all my life drained. Oh god, please. Please, God. Please, just like, please, just milk it out of me. Oh my god. Oh, just take all of my life force. Oh, God. Oh my god. This is literally a Shantae boss, is it? You should have expected this. Zofia is the whip. Oh, Zofia, the whip one, is the third. The third? Oh. Which one's Blemishine, though? Because I really like Blemishine. I'm a big fan of, she's got like a little bit of angel-y aesthetic to her. Big fan of Blemishine. It's unfortunate because I feel like I haven't really used her that much. I haven't used... Like, I leveled a Blemishine, and then... Okay, so let me tell you. My squad, the synergy that I thought was actually really cool and I wanted to use a lot, was Blemishine and Mudrock. Because Blemishine gave more SP... It was like SP on hit to defenders, and that meant Mudrock would spin more often because she would attack, then get hit, generate SP, and then she would spin a lot more. Like, the SP generation was a lot higher. But then they introduced elemental damage into the game. And then it's like, wow, if we want to talk about, oh, here's this mechanic. Oh, we're going to give you elemental damage. Oh, you know what you're going to need? You're probably going to need an elemental healer. You want to know how you can get one of those things? Ooh, cool 6-star in the shop right now called Ea Fiata. That wasn't actually... They released it sooner, and I think Lumen, the free unit, actually dealt with elemental healing as well. I don't fully remember. I generally don't. I think Arknights is very solvable without meta units. And I actually appreciate that a lot about the game, because I just want to deploy Ifrit. I want nothing more than to just have Ifrit on the screen and then have her, like, burn 6 tiles and just obliterate everything. Gotta be one of my favorite units. Yeah, elemental damage, I think, is another scenario of, like, here's this new mechanic, and then we're gonna give you something that... We're gonna give you a pullable unit that deals with that, so... But it also meant Mudrock sucked, because you can't heal the elemental damage off of her, and then she... I just want her to spin, but then the elemental damage kills her, or any of the other status effects which you need to heal in order to deal with, and then she's just, like, unplayably bad. Feels really bad. Mudrock, also one of my favorite units. Big fan of Knights, and I beg to God, let the first and second hold me! Yes. Honestly, you know what's great about having, like, a knight waifu? You know what's great about having a knight waifu is that they... I'm stalling right now because there's a boss and I want to actually focus for the boss. But you know what's great about having a knight waifu is that, like, she'll protect you. Very, very, very high quality. It's like, I'm just like a little beta baby, you know what I mean? So, if you have someone like Saber from Fate and she's just like extremely competent and strong, and she can, like, princess carry me, like I'm just saying, like I might swoon. I would swoon. Big strong knight GF. I want Saber to protect me, because I'm just a big baby. On the other hand, there's the other half of me that just wants to be crushed by the snake lady, so, you know. Oh my god! Oh man, please. Please. It's supposed to be me! It's supposed to be me, not him! Can I blast? Can I just bust on her chest? Ooh, yo! Precision chest shots. Hold on a second. Oof. Ooh, did you see that? That was so much damage. Oh, wait, it actually wasn't that much damage. Okay, well, I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to be doing here. But that does a lot of damage. Can I hit her tail? I cannot hit her tail. Wait, what is this? Oh, those don't do damage on first shot. Okay, well, I mean, that crushed me. Laura might be too into this. I'm not too into it. I'm just saying it how it is. I'm I'm just saying it how it is. Like, Lamias? God. I just want them to, like, literally break my spine. Beep. Oh my god. Please. Please. There we go. The fact that that takes a while is kind of like, ugh, I don't know. God, I can't believe I have to watch this every time. I just wish that was me, dude. God, drain my life. God damn, dude. I can't. Also, look at the hip size, dude. That's crazy. I'm actually so down atrocious, it's like not even funny. It's actually like probably borderline disgusting how down atrocious I am for this giant snake lady. I'm sorry. I'm really not, but like I am. I am, but I'm like really not. You know what I mean? Oh my god, dude. She's got horns too, bro. Bro, horns are the best. They're just like really good. They're really good grabbing points. I like to hold on to them. I was trying to think of like a wholesome scene where you're holding onto their horns. Okay, I mean, fair and reasonable. Fair and reasonable. Oh. They do like times 10 damage with a charge shot? That's kind of crazy. What is phase 2? Oh! Oh! Now there's a floating thing. That's not good. Well, this is kind of awkward, isn't it? Okay. I understand. I need to, you know, both of those were completely valid, fair things to do. That's fine. But also, like, listen, like, just because I'm down bad doesn't mean you need to bonk me, even though that's literally the point. That's literally why we made the thing. I just realized that the snake running animation is very cute. Okay, let's see if we can change this up a little bit. Can I, like, use the fire thing and then... Like, does that do more damage if I use the fire thing? Okay, it's explosions. Oh, maybe what I can do is... that. And then we'll change to the... let's try this one. I wonder how this one does. There's quite quite a couple of things bouncing in that fight. Yeah, her idle animation. She's just kind of bobbing up and down, right? Oh, the explosion does a lot of damage, actually. I didn't realize. I just realized this is probably just the way I'm approaching it, but I think it's cool that the bow, by being a ranged option, it's like clearly you do want to get in there and attack and stuff. But the bow being a ranged option that's very safe lets me, like, you still get to play the fight a little bit while not... Like, I'm probably not going to do the entire fight like that. Like, just with the bow. I can get a better feel for the patterns and stuff. Blast me! Blast. It's not a binary damage phase, dodging phase type of fight. Yeah. Oops. Not gonna be able to time those. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, no, I got crushed. I was crushed! Did we... Monkey? Alright, I forgot I can run. Running's probably valuable. At least that corridor. Jump. I really need them to stop distracting me at the start of this fight. Yeah, God. Really hard to focus when you keep saying I'm next and, like, you're promising me with stuff like you're gonna drain all my life. It's like... It's a... sharp inhale. Okay, well... I keep getting comboed by that, so, like, I'll miss the dodge on the circle and then I'll get crushed. Because I'll jump instead of trying to roll. I feel like I want to either just run away from the circle, because I keep trying to dodge into it to restore my stamina faster, but it's just like too risky, so it's probably better for me to dodge away from it. I skip this? Nope. Gotta watch every time. Gonna drain the life out of him, and then she's gonna say, I'm next. Ooh, you're next. Sure hope so. Nope. That was way too late. The snap of the electricity seems kind of fast. Woohoo, got him that time. Oh! See, that one always takes me by surprise. That, like, lightning column. Oh. Ooh. Okay, phase 3. I just need to bust on her chest a few more times. We should be good. Ooh! Get him! Get him with the chest bust. The explosive shot. Actually kind of carried. It was doing a lot of damage. Oh. Brave warrior, it is thanks to you that us fairies are safe. You've driven the serpent demon and her followers away. What happened here is Terrible. Yo, it's no cap, not really cash money, gotta say. Your kind inspires hope in our people. We should begin work on restoring our village. At the very least, Eastern Ward was untouched. Your aid came in just before our complete ruin. I'll pray for a quick recovery for all of you. Which she can actually do, because she's a priestess. Not that, like, you can't do it, but it's just, like, that means something very specific coming from a priestess. And that this tragedy will soon come to pass. I trust the Fairy Queen is within the Eastern Ward. There's a matter I wish to discuss with her. Queen Blanca is thankfully unharmed. Please go ahead. The fairies will welcome you. It really is too bad that you don't get any time to think after being hit by the electric move. Yeah, I think you can... You do have an opportunity to dodge, but yes, you don't have an opportunity to really think about it, which is, again, why I, like, panic jump. So I have to, like, think in advance to do the right thing. Oh, you would like being taken by surprise by this Lamia? Absolutely. I mean, most of the time, yes, but, you know. But otherwise, you know, when I'm trying to beat them, when I'm trying to blast on their chest, like it's a little different. Conditions are a little different. Oh, she's not just like here. I have to like go find her. Oh no. Hey, rat or mouse, I don't know. The young lady from before. The joke is that you get stunned for a full second, which you get as thinking time. Oh. I thought you were being serious. No, like, the time between getting stunned and the next thing happening to me is very fast. So, like, I don't really think about what's gonna happen next successfully. The young lady from before. I've been told it was your effort that finally drove away the demons at our door. Speak for all the fairies when I say we are eternally grateful to you and your people. I was just doing my job. Pray tell, young priestess, will you lend me some help with my own matters? What is that? I'm looking for a lost pendant. It makes a pair with another in my possession. The two are in close proximity. They emit a blue light. I know it's not much to go by, but if you're willing to look for the lost pendant, I'd appreciate it. It wouldn't be a problem. Let me have the pendant you're carrying. Here, you have it, young lady. Okay. Assuming the other one will... Do I have to, like, equip this thing, or...? I'd suggest searching around the fairy springs. Something tells me the pendant is to be found in there. Why, thank you for telling me exactly where it is. Because I read the thing. Okay. Can I... What happens if I do this? I know there was a thing for this, but... Does that also mean I can, like... Do I unlock anything for doing that, or is it just the buff? Temple strong. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I could be doing that before boss fights. That probably would help me a lot. Oh. Bard, the time mage. Oh. Damn, these elevators are slow. They're slow. Also, I can jump off of them, so I can, like... Now all the people below me can see my feet. Bunch of nerds. Oh, what is this? Oh, ma'am. Hello, lady. How are you? How's it going? How are you doing? I'm so normal about this right now. Your Highness? Welcome to the Village of Fairies, human. As always, we appreciate the aid of a Cohones. For your efforts, the fairies thank you deeply. I did no more than my duty, Your Highness. I'm very sorry about your people's losses. Matriarch of Coho put me on a mission to investigate a bell toll. I know the black bell of the fairies had been stolen. It could be that its toll is causing demon apparitions. Black bell is not inherently an object of malice. What? Oh. It's a special artifact created in ancient times. However, we would never craft something to bring forth demons into our lands. Our bells serve two purposes: to offer protection and to transmit the ringer's feelings to the celestial gods. The black bell was created following these principles, specifically to communicate with the two deities of creation. Lyneth, the golden moon goddess of birth, and Selen, the dark moon goddess of rebirth. We say all life is born of the moon. The black bell's purpose was to be part of a ceremony to sing our praises and thanks for being given life. So I'm guessing someone who wanted to summon demons, like that's what they wanted. That's their communication. That's what they're using it for. Then what could explain the sudden attack of demons in our villages? Despite their relationships as siblings, Lyneth and Selen had developed a deep hatred for each other. Damn, is this Niji Sanji? Selen! What is this deep hatred you're talking about, Selen? That's crazy, dude. The recent toll brought forth their awakening. As it stands, they wish for nothing but the death of each other, and their might is one capable of setting our world in ruin. It's no surprise that one of them would beckon demon forces to accomplish that. Does that mean finding the Black Bell at this point would not solve anything? Should we change our strategy? The Black Bell must be recovered, if anything, to prevent a repeat of this situation. It was indirectly the cause for the chaos in our lands. But we must also focus on preventing the clash between Lyneth and Selen. I just feel like I'm... Selen! Selen! What are you doing, Selen? I watched Selen RPR clips when that was happening. Selen! What are you doing? You're baiting them! We're making clips! Stop farming clips! Can't do his accent, obviously. It's an insult. It's just funny to me. I just keep saying Selen. It's Selen, okay? It's the not quite existing anymore individual. That is really funny now that I think about it. Because there's like Selene, this is typically associated with the moon. I don't know from what mythology, but just every time my brain rot has that like connection developed, I guess. I didn't expect that. Yeah, we've got this sure is a fairy queen. She is a queen for sure. Okay. Something tells me you have already crossed paths with one of them. There's a peculiar feline scent around you. You saying that I get pussy? Because I can assure you, ma'am, I don't. Unfortunately. Yes, Greek myth. Okay, yeah, Selene. There's a moon, right? Yeah, there we go. So whenever that's brought up now, I just have the Selen brain rot. Which triggers the Niji Sanji brain rot. And that whole fiasco. Have you perhaps met a black cat? I did encounter a strange black cat. I thought it was some sort of Grimalkin witch, though. The one you've met was most likely the moon goddess Lyneth. Whoa, that was a goddess? Yo, let's go. She controls the golden light of the moon and its shadowy darkness. It's a miracle you were able to survive an encounter with her. The moon goddess. My people worship her. I'm not supposed to do her harm. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, the next time we meet her, I should just, I'll start worshipping. That's what I would like to do the next time I meet her. What should I do? Let's focus on the issue with the black bell first. Then we can take the next steps. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, demon girl? Okay. I want to figure out who she is. We believe the thief was a demon who has made the demon frontier their lair, deep below. Go and retrieve the black bell from their hands. If possible, find out the location of the moon gods. Sounds good, pretty lady. Understood. I'll do my best. One last thing. Here's a gift from us to help you with your travels. It's a spiral shell. Its blessing will allow you to scale heights with ease. Thank you, Your Highness. I hope to complete my duty successfully. We shall meet again. Is this wall jumping? We have a spiral shell. The sacred object in your possession, you're able to perform a wall jump when jumping towards a wall and pressing the jump button a second time. Okay. We can now wall jump. Oh, can I? No, there's a wall. No, that's tragic. That is a tragedy, dude. I really wished I could, like, land in their very comfortable looking things. VTubers want one thing and it's disgusting, unfortunately. Fortunately, I'm a disgusting individual. Okay. That's a lot of people to talk to. I want to talk to you. You're truly safe. Fairy named this person would be able to help you in dark areas, but she's gone missing. Ooh. Look for that person. Our queen Blanca protected us against the giant serpent. Yo, I would have wanted to see that fight. Yo, wait. But I would have wanted to see them fight. That would have been dope. Seen in the Western world. Without your help, we might not have survived. Oh, my dear sister, where are you? I don't know why I felt like I wanted to do that, but I did. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, my dear sister. Where'd she go? Oh, more fairies. You're a human? That's unusual. What? Huh? Why is that fairy literally Palmu? Wait, which one? Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. The power of the Fairy Queen shielded our village from the demons, yes. Wait, can I call the elevator? The blonde one with the green bow, this one? Oh, what, a fairy? Oh, whenever there's a fairy with a blonde fairy with a green bow, it's just Palmu now? Is that's the brain rot? I mean, like, kind of, actually, but... Kind of, actually, sort of, a little bit. I do have to say, I'm going to forever miss the bit that was I'm Pomu, because that shit was so funny to me. Actually, like, the funniest shit imaginable to me. It's just like, we're all Pomu. But she's doing good. She's fine. I'm just sad. What is this, fishing? So welcome, Viper. What is this, a fishing spot? Oh, perhaps you're interested in fishing? I guess. I'm not sure if now is the right time, though. I've heard stories about a fisherman of your village. It greatly inspired me to make my tools. You know what? You can have them. Go ahead. Relaxing time at fishing. It is always time to go fishing. Okay. Schizo lady. Okay. Look, it has been 2 hours. We yapped for a little bit. I'm hungry. I'm a little hungry, and I've been liking keeping these streams short. Like, I don't feel like I'm staying too long. I feel like we can get some good vibes going, but I'm going to go. Sorry you just showed up, Viper, that I can't can't keep being the hee funny streamer man for you, but thanks for dropping by. And hopefully your day's going good. Going good. Good. That's cool. Cool. I'm glad. So what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna go. So if you're still around here, I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Big thank you to the mods. 2 mods. Big thank you. Unfortunately, this is just you know, thing we have to deal with. I don't mind y'all enforcing. Please do, because it's a little distracting sometimes. So big appreciate, big thank you. And yeah, so for everyone else still here, still sticking around, vibing, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support as always, and I will see you all next time. So, bye everybody. Bye-bye. Bye. Farewell. Bye-bye. Oh, I guess one more thing before we go. Hey, Kraos. You're here all the time. There you go. No expectation, but, you know. I think y'all know what you're doing. Yeah. Okay. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Goodbye.